Beep bop boop. We are back. This time we're trying Viber because apparently it sounds way better.
Yes, it does.
Anyways, where did we leave off?
We left off on the Peppa Pig. Um, that you said it's crazy that kids watch so much Peppa Pig that they're talking in a British accent.
Oh yeah, I did. And then you were saying
On
something. You were saying something too.
I I said that that's crazy. Like that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, and then
Um,
I was gonna say something that I forgot already. So
New discussion. Uh, hmm.
let's talk about anime this time. I
Kapash,
really shut
you
up.
really what?
I really want to watch, or I really want to finish Code Geass, the show, because the movie looks so good. The movie just looks incredible. So Code Geass is 2 years
Uh,
younger than me, apparently,
uh,
and you know what's funny? The newest or like the latest country in the world, South Sudan, is what 20. South Sudan's birthday is July 9th, 2011. Subtract that
wow.
from 26, that's like 13 days. My brother is 13 days younger than South Sudan. Isn't that crazy? He's literally younger than the
Yeah,
youngest country by that much. If he was born any earlier, he would literally be older than South Sudan. And South Sudan isn't even that good of a country. It's one of those war countries, third world. I'm just watching
yeah.
this. There's this Monster Hunter show on Netflix now. Oh, it's a movie. Number 9 in movies today. And I wasn't paying any attention to it until they showed the cat. Because you know in
Wow.
Monster Hunter they have cats. But oh my god, even just the icon for the Code Geass uh, movie, it just looks so much well. It just looks so much better than whatever they had before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like the original
Um,
show was 2008, that movie is 2019, and they've kept to the original art style mostly. But it's just like it looks so updated. It's like a remaster. It just looks so good.
what what do you think about the nation limitations
You were gonna say
to like
something
Netflix
bad, and
shows?
I really appreciate that you didn't.
What was I gonna say bad?
I heard you say like, "What do you think of the knit?" And then you stop and you restart.
No,
That
no,
sounded
it's not.
so bad when you said it.
But I didn't actually mean. I didn't like mean to say that.
Yeah,
Why would I
yeah,
say that on a
whatever.
podcast? Literally, the nation. I didn't know how to say it, but like
The
nation
region
limitations
locking
or
of
whatever.
different shows, you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
the way you put it. What do you think of the nation limitations, my guy? Sounds so
It's
hippie.
basically that.
Hippie.
Nations limiting shows. It sounds
Well, it's
better
just because
too.
the Filipino
Nation
government doesn't
limitation.
really like things. You have to use a VPN to
No, it's
watch Disney Plus.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
I literally had
I
Disney
think
Plus on my PS4, right? And it's
yeah,
like my cousin's account. It's fine. She uses our Netflix. I get here. I try to. This was before we had the TV. So I set up my projector. I hook it up to the PS4. It looks like Minecraft, but that's okay because we're not going to be playing. I played Minecraft on that too. It was just like double pixels. It was
oh
crazy.
really?
But
Wow.
I try logging in and it says something, but I can't read the text because it's Minecraft quality, right?
Oh yeah.
And then we finally get like a TV, one that can actually display words and stuff. And then I try to log in to Disney
Yeah.
Plus, and it says the region you are in does not support Disney Plus. and I was so
Yeah,
upset
that's
because oh my god, there's just so much. Like as much as people can hate on Disney for being like, oh, uh, what's he called? Walt Disney. He was like racist or something, or he was purposely like manipulating the media to get rid of the guy who like originally was just starting. Do you remember? Do you know Betty Boop? That was like one of the
no.
first really really big animations in like the 1920s and 30s, or like 20s to 40s. Because that's like the Great Depression, and that's when animation really started to pop off because of the depression.
Yeah.
But basically, he was the creator of Betty Boop and that like dog thing that you probably see in the background of somebody's TikTok. Uh,
Mm.
what's it called? The only reason I know this is because I was watching a game theory. But basically, Walt Disney was getting so popular that he could literally manipulate the media into not into like giving him all the credit for blowing up animation, even though it wasn't him. Let me search up the name of the guy. Betty Boop uh, creator. What's his name? Because he also Betty Boop was part of the dog show, but then uh, Betty Boop got too popular for the show, so they just made her own show.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just kind of outshining the dog. You know what? I can't even search that up because it's taking too long, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, he's just manipulating everything. But as much as you can dislike Walt Disney, he's dead. He was probably. I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say he's probably a Nazi, but that's not something I want to talk about. He was probably racist, maybe, but that has nothing to do with Disney Plus, so it doesn't matter. He's
Yeah.
dead anyways.
There's
You know
new
what would be
owners.
funny? If he wasn't dead and he was just in some cryopod because of his vast amounts of wealth. He's just
Yeah, maybe.
alive in a jar. It takes one person to ruin that for everybody. The jar. You know, okay, I'm getting like so off topic. Basically, Disney Plus is good. Big sad I don't have it here in location, but you know,
Yeah.
still got Netflix
Got it.
and a VPN that I can use for
And
free.
you also have like so many shows in the Philippines. It's crazy.
Dude, can
Like,
you not say that?
oh yeah, cut it out. Cut it out.
I don't know how, man. What am I
I
supposed
can.
to do?
We're not gonna put it anywhere, anyways.
Oh my
I can cut it
god.
out. It's so easy. Trust me.
Well, are you gonna edit the video? Should I just send you the video?
Yeah, sure.
How am I gonna send the video to you? Email?
Yeah. Well, we're not
Honestly, I
even not
could.
putting it. This is just a draft, okay? We're not gonna
It's a
like put it
draft, but I
anywhere.
want to upload it because it is a draft. I want to see how well, not how well it performs, but I just want to upload it because it's fun. It's fun and I like it. But anyways,
We'll upload like a real one. I wasn't like we'll
yeah,
upload a real one.
we have to wait for Diego. Just don't mention like locations and stuff,
Okay.
like
Okay. So yeah,
specific
over there.
locations. So right
Okay.
now, I am in
In two
Asia.
two five four, your 2254 address. Apple Tree
I don't
Lane.
think you.
That's
I don't
where you
even think
live.
my address has numbers, dog. It's just a word. You know what's funny? My street is called Yuho Street. YUHO Street. Yuho.
Wow.
Okay, what else? What about you? What's your favorite anime so far?
Not really like some like I start watching then they just get boring. But like basically Naruto like it's basic
Uh,
but it's good.
it is basic. You're right.
Super basic, very basic. But
Incredibly
okay, other
basic.
than
Like I'm
that,
not sure how
like
more basic you could get.
other
It's just
than
kind of
that,
sad, you know?
other
Like
than that, other than that, I'd say Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, that's obviously a good show. I've read all the chapters, and I think there's like 117 chapters that I've read because the app that I use to read them isn't releasing new chapters for some reason, and it's like, oh, new chapter July 17th, and it has been a whole month since the 17th. Literally, the date today is August 17th. It has been one
Mm.
whole month, and there is still no new chapters. But you know what? You know what you should read? You should read Nagatoro. Or
I don't
like,
really read. Like, I'm not
well,
that big on
I don't like reading.
those. You know why? For
Why,
the
why,
fight
why?
scenes. Like, that's the only reason I watch the shows. It's for the fight scenes.
Yeah,
Those
the
are like
fight scenes are
so good.
cool, but I like reading it too.
Yeah,
Like,
reading it's cool,
so
but
for example, what's the show that I read? So I've read Doctor Stone. I've read like
oh,
all
that's
of the chapters.
Doctor Stone is amazing.
Yeah, I've read Doctor Stone, but before that, I watched it on Crunchyroll on my PS4. Before they were like releasing new episodes for it, so this was already like 2 years ago. But
Mm.
they were like releasing new episodes for it. It wasn't fully out yet. People could read it, and I was watching it, and all of it's really good. It just hits me as that one show that like, wow, this is a really cool show, and I want to see more of it. That was like the only show that I was like,
Exactly.
actually, that and
Doctor
Akamega
Stone.
Kill.
Wait, do they have Doctor
Akamega
Stone
Kill.
on Netflix in
Doctor
Asia?
Stone, yeah, they do.
Nice, that's cool. I had to
That
go on
okay. There's
Crunchyroll.
like three shows that I actually read. There's Doctor Stone, Akamega Kill.
Mm.
Let me just check my phone. Let me see what shows I've actually read. Uh, oh yeah, there is Uzaki. I don't know what it's called. It's like Uzaki something something something. But let me check. So there was Doctor Stone. I didn't read Fire Force. So there's Doctor Stone, the Slime Show. What's it called? There was another show that I was literally about to mention, but I didn't remember. Oh yeah, something something Iramakun, where he gets adopted by like the president or the principal of a school in hell because his parents sold his soul to the devil or to a devil,
The heck? That sounds
to a
weird.
demon. But like he's like he's technically the president's son because the grandson actually. So he's like treated well in school, and I loved the show, or I loved hearing about it. So I read it, and I was like, wow, this is really good, and I'm still reading it to this day. All the arcs and everything are so incredible.
Wow.
Oh, you know what's a good show? Sakamoto Desuga, or it's like I'm Sakamoto, right, or something. I don't know. It's really good. It's literally just about a high school, like a Japanese high school, and there's just this one kid in class who's like he's so smooth with everything. He could not make a single mistake even if he tried. Like he's just
Really?
incredible at everything. Everybody likes him, and then eventually everyone has to like respect him. All of the bullies and whatever, because he's just so smooth at everything, and he's not trying to hurt anybody. He's just that good at everything.
Uh,
It's crazy.
wow.
But anyways, what have you seen on Netflix that you feel like you'd be interested in, and then you just can't because you feel like you'd be betraying yourself or something?
Like, what do you mean? Like shows? Like
Yeah,
that I've seen on.
shows.
So,
Like you've just
actually,
seen the what's it called?
oh,
The
wait,
just kind of like the
like, sure.
thumbnails or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. By that, okay. So basically, uh, honestly, Akama got kill is interesting,
It
but
is. It really
I
is
don't know.
interesting.
I don't know, man. It's just like not my thing.
Yeah, I guess it isn't. When a show isn't your thing, it's hard to get into it properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man,
Basically.
that was like the first show that I was really like just like insanely put into. I loved every second of it. I was
Oh.
just so I was so blown away by it, you know? It was just such a fresh show. And
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
say it's bad and whatever. And yeah, it definitely does some things wrong. A lot of things wrong, actually. It's probably like the worst. People
Like the
say it's like
fact
one of
that
the worst shows ever. And I can't disagree. But I read the manga after that because I was like, apparently the ending is different. And I wanted to see it. And I gotta say, the manga is definitely better than the anime. It's just that the anime looks cooler.
yeah. Doesn't like everyone die at the end?
Well, if anybody was
Most.
planning to watch a Kame ga Kill, which you probably weren't, yeah, a lot of people die at the end. A lot of people die anyways. Just
Yeah.
insane amounts of people die in the show too fast, and that's why people don't like it. Everything happens too fast. Nothing
The
stays for long
pacing
enough.
I heard is terrible. Like terrible. I
Like the
heard.
manga, I loved the manga. I loved reading the manga and everything. It was so good. And it's already been like a year or two since I've read it. Maybe a year and a half. I just loved it so much. I not so much like I feel the way that I watch anime, I'm not a full on weeb. I'm maybe like 1/3 weeb. I don't
I'm
watch
like,
anime exclusively. I watch a lot of YouTube. YouTube is the one thing I watch at home. I don't watch anything else at home. I just watch YouTube.
mm,
YouTube is the only consistent source of content that gets updated every day for me to watch.
that's
And there's such a there like the options are just so much bigger than Netflix or like let's say Crunchyroll. Like they're certainly
that's true.
big. There's certainly like millions of shows you could probably watch on Netflix from around the world. But on YouTube there's like billions probably. Like have you seen the amount of viewers on
Hmm.
YouTube? Okay.
Like,
Netflix monthly viewers. Let's see. Netflix monthly viewers. So first quarter of 2021, so that's like 4 months. 207.64 million paid subscribers.
2 billion.
2 million.
Um, no,
2.2
YouTube.
2 billion each month
Yeah,
views.
logged in users
How many
visit
viewers does
YouTube each month.
Netflix have? So you Netflix has 207 million subscribers. How many hours of Netflix are watched every day?
Yeah,
2020, 3.2 hours of video per day. 6 billion collective hours per month. That's actually a lot. That's actually a lot more than
that is a
YouTube,
lot.
probably.
See,
But all I'm saying, YouTube may not have as much, but there's just so much that I watch it anyways. My point is, I don't watch Netflix at home, so I'm not a full on weeb. And even if I wanted to, I just watch it on the go. But now I can just download YouTube videos on my phone. I don't I don't know. I don't watch Netflix as much as I should. It's just there for me.
that's the thing. Thing is, like, to be a weeb, you have to like, I don't know,
Yeah, you
like,
have to like love every you
be
a
into.
weeaboo
Yeah, I
is
love everything. Like,
being a
just like,
weeb. Okay, so the definition of weeb is loving Japan and everything Japan so much that you'd rather just be Japanese instead of whatever you are. Let's say you're white, which there's a lot of
yeah,
white
you see, that's
weebs.
crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. It's
Yes, a
absurd.
lot.
Absolutely bonker hadonker doinky boinkies.
And I feel like people
Would I love some
misuse
honker
the
donker badonky
definition.
boinkies? Absolutely. That's a funny joke. I like that joke. I'm
Yeah,
just kind of complimenting myself, you know. But
yeah.
to love it that much, there's just some mindsets I can't get a grasp of, like being a weeb. Sure, it's like you can be really passionate about a show that you love. That I've done that before. I've been extremely passionate about like JoJo, or Akame ga Kill, or like shows like that. You know, Fate series. I love Fate.
Yeah.
It's such a good series. Not even one show. Even the bad ones were good enough for me to finish them. And there's like one bad one. So that just means, have you seen that meme where it's like two countries comparing each other, and it's like the dumbest man in like, okay, let's take like Serbia and Albania, right? It's like the dumbest
Yeah.
man in Serbia, and he's like a Chad, and it's like the smartest man in Albania is like a sheep.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. But yeah, the bad one in Fate I'm talking about is like Fate Last Encore or something, because apparently it was like a game for like the PS Vita or something, or the PSP, and it got ported over into a show, kind of like Fate Grand Order did. Fate Grand Order was a mobile game that got made into it, like two shows. It got made into a movie, like three movies maybe. I have no idea. There's just so much Fate. I watched a 33-minute video about some guy. I think he's like Gigic or something, but he's like trying to explain the entire Fate timeline, and it just gets
Uh,
so complicated. Everything is connected some way or the other.
yeah.
It's so much, but it's so good, you know? So, yeah, being
Yeah.
a weeb, not bad, but being like, have you seen that meme of, it's like, oh, I'll just go to Japan, they'll understand me there, and it's like some fat guy cosplaying as that pink haired, let me search it up. It's literally a neckbeard. It's sad to see. I think it's like Maruko or something. Maruko, magical something. Let me just see if it shows up, because then I'm right. But it's some kind of old looking magical girl anime, and he has a body pillow of the girl, but he's also
Oh
dressed
my.
up as the girl, or he has the hair at
That,
least. And then
that's
he's like,
so
"Oh, I'll just
weird.
go to
Like,
Japan. They'll understand me there." And then it's literally a picture of the guy, and there's just some middle-aged Japanese office worker guy walking next to him, and he's looking at him with the most confused disgust on his face. Just like, Nanda Yokure. Okay, I shouldn't say that. That's like, now I'm a weeb. but the way he's looking at him, you can just understand why he would look that way. Like the
yeah.
guy's even making a face. He's like, "Arr." Not the Japanese guy, but the the fat guy. He's obviously fat too. Like you have to. I'm sure tons of people have seen it, but that fat guy,
See, this light's.
neckbeard, man, neckbeard is just
Mhm.
a whole thing. Have you seen that one where it's like it's that guy and he has like the anime, maybe not anime, but like the 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 I don't know how to describe it without being weird. It's, you know, the books that are not just books,
Manga.
the adult variety.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he has like a keyboard, a mechanical keyboard of all the keys are
Oh my.
replaced with
Oh
um
my
with like the
gosh. Yeah, I know.
faces. You've seen it, right? It's like all of the faces are on the keyboard. They replace every key, and
Something keyboard.
somebody commented like, "Oh, how do you remember all of the keys on your keyboard?" And he's like, "Oh, I just know all of the letters of the sauces." He calls them sauce because that's, I guess, the
Oh my.
term.
That's so weird. Like, I
He's
cannot
like,
explain
well,
how.
that guy,
Like,
he's not like as much. It's the second part of the video I want to talk about, but he just has like the keyboard, whatever. It's not like he has the keyboard. He remembers all the, yeah, whatever. That's his letters. He's like, I just remember the names of the sauces, and the first letter is the corresponding letter. Makes sense. But then,
yeah,
like,
it
you
does.
see the stitch. It's on TikTok too. So you see the stitch, and it's just some like kind of chubby Asian guy, and he has a hat that says gamer, and he's like in a basement or something, and he's like, this guy is a Chad, he's a legend, and he's an absolute gamer. Like, no, man,
No, he's
no.
not.
He's not
No.
a Chad. He's some guy in his room who made a custom keyboard for himself. Like, he's not a
And
Chad.
he's
He's not
weird.
a legend. He just likes the adult variety, and he like made a keyboard out of it. Like, he's not a legend. He's not a Chad. He's not. He probably is a gamer. Honestly, he had like LED lights in his room. But
Yeah.
still, he's not a Chad. He's not a gamer. He is a gamer. I don't know why I'm repeating this, but like, you get my point, right? It's just
Yeah.
like, that's the level of weeb I don't understand. Having a
Yeah.
gamer hat, being a
It's the
fat guy,
American level.
the American level. Let's call it that. The American level.
Yeah.
American Asian guy is like, this guy's a Chad. He's a. I'm slowly turning his voice into Peter Griffin. This guy is a Chad.
Yeah.
Man, dude, it's just upsetting. Like, obviously, if you can't tell, my family, my mother, in fact, she's strict with the way she thinks. She's strict with. It's not a bad thing. I love her, obviously. She is my mom. My mom. I'm British, mate.
Oh.
But, like, obviously,
British.
she's my mom. I love her. She's probably gonna listen to this. No joke. So you remember that TikTok I made, right? She
Yeah.
posted it. My dad forwarded it to her on like Messenger or something, and she posted it on her Facebook story.
No way.
And I was like, "Oh, why would you do that?" And she's just like, "Oh, I just wanted to show people." I wasn't upset or anything. I was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I told her like, okay, well, it was supposed to just be on TikTok because I didn't know she did that until it was already done. So like a heads up would have been nice, but I can't really stop her. Not unless I ask. I don't feel like I ask for too many things, but
Yeah.
just maybe one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, he what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying anymore. I was talking about how, oh, my mom is a great person and what. Okay, yeah, I have a sort of strict family. Obviously, like, I appreciate everything they do, and I feel like they're trying their hardest to raise good kids, you know? I feel like every parent does that,
Yeah.
and it's painfully obvious when you can see in somebody that their parents didn't try their hardest. It's just kind of
Yep.
obvious. You can see it in those people after seeing it on the internet for so many. Twitter. That's a whole. Let's save it for next time when Diego gets here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Let me
whole nother discussion.
Let me open Discord. Put it there. But yeah, like some of the people that you see, it's just what happened. Oh wait, no, I'm still in the voice chat. Anyways.
Oh.
Twitter for next podcast thing. Topic. Somewhat bad parenting. There. Now I close Discord
Okay.
and I don't talk about it until next time. But it's just, you know, like after being
Yeah.
on the internet for as long as, like even after like a year, not even, you don't even have to be on the internet. It's just more commonplace there. But like after maybe with enough social experience, I say social as I'm doing a podcast online, but with enough, I guess, just if you talk to people long enough, you can kind of put together the pieces of, okay, they were raised this way, this is the way they behave. He was raised that way, that's the way he behaves, it makes sense. But with people online and people you don't know, like, it's just so strange.
It's weird. Yeah.
It is very weird. It's like you see them and you're like, okay, I feel like his parents tried to make something out of him and he didn't try as well. What I'm trying to learn now, I guess, is just becoming more disciplined, self-discipline again. I'm starting to do push-ups before I go to sleep. I have to get into a routine of things, especially for school. But
Oh yeah.
you know, it's just like It confuses me. I feel
Yeah.
bad, for people like that. I just don't know if they're self-aware enough to change. And yeah, you could make the argument like, oh, people don't change. It's too late. But like, some people do change. And as much as you want to see the bad qualities in people and talk about it on a podcast with one of your friends, it's you just have to remember that these people probably might not be self-aware, and they're just doing something they believe in, something maybe they're passionate about, something that they have not seen the bad qualities of, or they've seen the bad qualities and they just do it anyways because it's something they love to do. You can't hate on them for that, unless it was something extremely bad like World War II or something. But like you have to acknowledge them as they're also a person. You can't treat them like they're not a person. Yes, they have different ideologies. Yes, their logic is different. Maybe they don't have as much, like maybe they don't have as good as common sense as other people. Maybe their parents obviously would have raised them differently if they knew what was going to happen. You think about all these things, but it can't change anything. You don't want to walk up to the person and be like, "Hey, like take a shower, yandere, tsundere. How about you go do your laundry?" I saw that on Instagram. It's such a good meme. It was like three pictures. It's like a 4x4 grid of those memes, just like the four picture memes, and it's like, oh,
Oh
yandere,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
tsundere. So it's like yandere is showing like, oh, that's the crazy type of girl who's like totally obsessed with you, and it's like gonna hurt people just to be with you, or like doesn't like you being with other, just obsessed, overprotective stuff like that. And it's like kudere, where it's like, oh, they're so cold to you, but they're like they're cold on the outside, warm on the inside. I think that's all people, but
Yeah.
and then there's like yandere, kudere, tsundere, where it's like the, oh, I don't like you or anything, but they're like blushing and hiding their face. That type of girl or guy, I guess. It goes either way. So it's like yandere, kudere, tsundere, and then the last image, it's just some guy staring at the camera. Is like, how about you do your lingerie? You smelly. Man, I love stuff like that. I feel like even if it makes one person self-aware, that's a win. It's just like, wow,
Yeah.
I'm really like I don't want to hate on those people. I acknowledge them as people. If I acknowledge them as any less, then why bother? But it's just, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
You
feel like
know,
I've been taught. This is what happens all the time. I end up talking about something because this is the only. I just talk a lot. So if you want to say anything before we end it
yeah.
eventually, you
I
can
usually
speak.
just I
I'm
just
sorry for
listen,
talking so much. Yeah, obviously some
Hey,
people
I
are good at speaking,
honestly,
some people are better at listening. I guess
yeah.
now that I've listened for so long, maybe I should. Oh, wait. I don't know. Now is my time to talk. Not
Yeah.
anymore. It's your turn, but
You can talk about what you want and just like
I
I like
did. I
listening.
did. I did talk about what I wanted to talk. But it's already
You know,
11:32. And because I am in Asia and
yeah.
you are in America, we are 12 hours apart, which means I see the sun before you do, which means, wait, if, let's say, Australia is even further ahead in time than Asia, why didn't they warn America about 9/11? If, okay, so compared
Oh
to
my.
where I am, Southeast Asia, compared to Southeast Asia, Australia is 6 hours ahead of us in time. So right now, it would be like 6 in the morning for them. They would be awake, they would be doing things. So that's a
Yep.
whole 18 hours ahead of you guys. Within 18, I don't even think it takes 18 hours to fly from wherever the flight came from into New York. So why? Obviously, this is all a joke, but still, it's funny to think about. If it was possible for something like that to happen, the world would be a
That'd be
much different place. There'd be
yeah.
like everybody would be up. America and Australia would just hate each other, bro. Countries
Yeah.
across the world would be constantly like at war. Just be like, we're gonna launch this nuke at America, but because the nuke technically takes 18 hours to travel there, they'll have no idea because they'll all be asleep yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny to think about.
Yeah. So, yeah, what do you want to talk about? Let's. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. How this summer felt so short.
Yeah, I feel like now a lot of summers feel much shorter than they used to.
Yeah. Except last summer, 2020 summer, felt really long.
Why
Like,
is
in a
that?
good way. I mean, we were home a lot. So you would think that since it's always the same, you're at home the entire day, it would feel shorter. But no, it felt long. It was nice. Just played Fortnite the entire summer,
No, that was
basically.
2019
That
summer.
was it.
That was 2019 summer.
Uh,
When we were younger and dumber and played Fortnite much more. I have one win in
that was
Fortnite. One
2020, I think.
solo win. I have one solo win in
Really?
Fortnite. I got it in Chapter 2, Season 2.
That was same. My first game ever. I got to win. First solo game on my Nintendo Switch.
Really?
Um,
I
yeah, it
played
was
I
a
played
win.
I got a lot more wins playing with Sava, and I did a
Yeah,
lot better playing with Sava.
yeah. Cause he's good.
Now I
Uh,
can kick your ass at Apex.
yeah, and so can Sava.
Yep. And in
He beat me
TF2
too.
because oh my god, I'm getting like so many more things in TF2 now. It's just a relief, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You could buy like a taunt for maybe most expensive. You can buy something for like let's say you get like a starter kit. It automatically cuz you bought something from the store, it automatically gives you 5 more inventory slots or backpack pages.
Oh,
So that's I have like 70 something items in my backpack, maybe 60, 67 or something,
mm.
and I'm only using maybe 2 pages.
Oh,
It's not. I think one
wow.
page is like 50 items. So 6 pages is what 30, three
Uh,
hundred,
yeah,
three
maybe.
hundred items to hold at once. Imagine how many. And the max limit for item spaces or for backpack slots is 50. You should see people's inventories who have that. It's insane.
Wow.
This was an actual podcast. We literally just recorded an actual podcast.
Huh.
That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
Gotta edit a little bit,
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah.
that was my whole plan the whole time ever since I started the idea of oh yeah, I am the idea of the first podcast. Podcasts in the 90s, podcasts before 2000s? Nah, those weren't a thing. I was the starter of it. Obviously, by my voice, I am not the oldest guy ever.
Yeah.
Maybe I will be, you have no idea. Maybe by
Yeah,
then I'll learn
never
how
know.
to record a proper podcast. But
Yeah. Well, there we go.
yeah, that I guess pretty much sums it up. 40, 41 minutes worth of conversation
Yeah, pretty good.
This was a good draft. Well, actually, it's like 50 something because we talked in Discord for
Keep
like
it a
20 minutes.
draft, okay?
No, I
You want?
want to upload it, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
40 something minutes.
You do? It's
Yes.
not that good. We have to edit it good though, cause this was like, you know, not
Do
that
you
good.
expect me to add like sound effects or something?
No, like I cut out some things that were like,
Okay, but the way I'm recording. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but the way I'm recording. Well, I mean, technically I could if I learned how. For future reference, this is a draft. It will be a
for now.
draft. It's always a draft. I'll upload it. This is more of a test than anything because, as I'm showing here in my OBS. Okay, guys, this is my OBS tutorial. No, I'm just kidding. But basically, the way I'm recording it, I'm just recording audio from my laptop, and the only audio I have is the call and my microphone, and it's not split up into like two different channels or something. It's just one file, one big file that'll be big and
Oh,
large and a file. It's technically an MP4, which means it's a video, not a damn.
yeah,
Oh my god, did you hear that?
yeah.
Oh my god, I did not expect that burp at all. Honest, I had no idea. Oh my god. That was whole. I didn't think that would be. I'm astonished. I'm completely befuddled at how big that was, like a tauntaun burp, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, anything you want to say before
No,
the podcast ends? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to mention?
nothing
Impact?
really.
Mention
I'm just gonna
impact?
say one thing. One thing. I'm gonna be a pro gamer.
You're gonna
Okay.
be a pro game. You know, there's an old video of like FaZe Banks or something. It is like early
Oh,
FaZe too, where he's like
oh,
he considered himself a pro Call of Duty player. He walked into some like random GameStop in like a mall or something, and he expected everybody there to know him, and he had like a mini tantrum when nobody knew who he was. Like nobody knew who he was.
he also
They
has
were,
like a big ego.
yeah. They all have somewhat big egos. FaZe Jarvis, especially, incredibly huge
And
ego, thought he could get away with cheating with recorded evidence from his own computer that he recorded and uploaded from his computer with his actual Fortnite account.
wow.
Literally aimbot winning and it's not like he like purposely lost the game so he would not get banned or whatever, but he got banned for it. What do you expect?
Yeah.
You get banned for something like cheating. Oh, why did it? That's like it's just cheating. I was literally about to compare it to cheating on like somebody else. That's like cheating on your girlfriend and expecting to get away with it even after she knows and breaks up with you and takes all your stuff and takes
Mhm.
half of the house. Well, you can't do that if she's just your girlfriend, I'm pretty sure. But still,
Yeah, I think you have.
it's absurd.
Yeah.
We gotta come up with like a title and an intro for these things, man.
Yeah. You know what?
You
Leave it
know,
to me. I'm joking. I don't know anything about titles or intro.
yeah, I've literally been doing all the work for this
Yeah. Sorry.
podcast. None of the dates line up with everybody. Like as soon as I text the other guy, he's like, "Bro, I'm going camping." I was like, "Want to talk?" I'm literally going camping right now. Oh,
Uh,
Like
Yeah,
he's a good person, but he's I don't know.
busy.
He's busy, very busy. Especially for the summer busy. Big busy. Busy bee. Badonker.
Yeah,
Honker bonker badoinkies, you know?
yeah, yeah. Badonker, badonkies.
Honka bonka badonka. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Honka donka badonka.
Hunkadonka badonka.
Boyong boyong boyoyong. You're not gonna repeat that, are you?
No, I don't know how. Har har. It just sounds like
Bondo
that.
gongos. Huh? Anyways,
Huh?
that will be it for the draft. I hope this comes out pretty good. If there were any technical issues where suddenly like the audio stops recording or something, I'll be very upset. Like incredibly upset. So hopefully this all goes well. If I have to learn anything more about this, I will to make it as good as I can. I guess this is just a promise. Since this is a draft, I can say whatever I want because we can always delete it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you for listening. If you did, it's gonna be like 10 people, and it's gonna be 7 of them are gonna be me. But yeah, thanks for listening. This is only a draft. We'll
Sure.
have more some other time. It probably won't be a weekly thing like I hoped, just because of different times and everything. It's harder than most people think to even start a podcast, let alone maintain it. Are you really just
Yeah.
looking at things I sent you on Instagram?
Hey, I just opened it because I saw a
I
notification.
just opened it because I noticed the podcast was ending.
Yeah. Okay, cut this part out.
I can't. It's a
Cut.
draft.
Cut.
I'm leaving
I
everything
will
in.
cut it out.
This is an official
Cut.
podcast too. Like officially, this is a podcast because there is 50 minutes worth of video.
Really?
Technically,
Wow.
it's like 48, but still. Anyways,
No one's
that's
gonna listen to the whole thing. Come on, man.
okay. No one's gonna listen for the whole thing. It doesn't matter. This is just a
Yeah.
fun project. Okay, whatever. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.